Hey there, guys. Godly Seafood here. Oh, well, actually, let me go to Grizzleheim, hey? Hey there, guys. Godly Seafood here with another installment of the Wizard 101 Myth Monstrology playthrough. Uh, this is going to be a bit different. I kind of decided that after Dragonspire, I kind of want to take a little bit of a break, but I also want to get through base Grizzleheim or the original vanilla Grizzleheim area before, getting into Wintertusk and Celestia and all of that. So yeah, wanted to start off questing here. I'm not going to really stream this one. It's mostly going to be I'm going to record it, record some highlights, just like me killing a boss or two, or important plot point here or there, maybe. But honestly, I don't really feel like streaming. I don't feel like editing with Grizzleheim. I don't know. It's not a bad world when you get to Wintertusk, but until then, I don't really have a lot of respect for it. It's go in this area and do a whole bunch of stuff. Go in this area, do a whole bunch of stuff. That is completely either over leveled at level 20, which is the expected, minimum level to do Grizzleheim, or it's completely redundant at level 40. And I'm level 47, so I'll probably get a level up, be able to, throw out the Myth School Orthrus quests, maybe, but it's going to be basically just me questioning through Grizzleheim. So yeah, I know got like 100,000 gold just from selling some stuff. One thing I did want to show is that I ended up hatching a new pet. I've been going for something that has Ward Wrecker, Unicorn, Energizing Battery just kind of came with it from the pet that I was hatching with last. Uh, did like 2 iterations. I wanted Charm Chomper. I don't know that I want Defender's Rampart or Mass Tower Shield, but I definitely want Enfeeble, Shatter, Unicorn. The Energizing Battery is okay, and then I definitely want either Will Cast Cleanse or Will Cast Plague, maybe. And then we'll just kind of see what happens with the jewel there, or maybe I'll socket like a universal resist jewel if I ever get that. But anyway, we're gonna go talk to Bjorn Ironclaws. Uh, Basically, I'm turning off the dialogue for this. Fuck this dialogue. I just don't like base Grizzleheim. Basically, he's like, "Oh, hey, you're here, but you want to speak to our king because you think something's wrong. Well, you're gonna have to go prove yourself to be a warrior." So yeah, it's basically one of those. Nobody really cares about Grizzleheim. Uh, in my opinion, not a lot of the majority of the player base gets through Grizzleheim to get to Wintertusk, and I consider, even though Wintertusk is technically part of Grizzleheim, there's a genuine reason to make that distinction. So yeah, he's gonna say something about go defeat some troubled warriors or some shit. Uh, Super easy. I'm gonna cut this part out and get back to it. Also, one thing that I forgot to bring up is the fact that I am currently, I can get the game window to move, re-downloading Final Fantasy X. I don't ever plan to play 10-2. I'm not particularly interested in it. However, I really personally enjoy Final Fantasy X, one of my favorite games. So that's actually what's going to be up next on the channel. Oh yeah, so just finished defeating the Troubled Warriors. One thing you might see is me just kind of swapping gear. I'm gonna look for whatever gives me the most, accuracy, damage. Most of my stuff is pretty much the same. However, I'm probably just gonna have a mixed match set of gear just because it gives slightly better stats. Like this one just obviously looks weird. Also, as you can see, little sneak peek, if I haven't already sent out a compilation video of all of my Malice drops so far. Farmed him, basically got all of the ice gear except for like the ice theme and ice hat. But yeah, pretty interesting. Let me go over this real quick. Got 3, and then how much accuracy? no accuracy on the boots? Are you kidding me? Crazy. But yeah, that was it. Just want to make that little PSA. If I look pretty fugly, that right there is the reason. I also decided to put this on since it gives like some of the best power pips that I can hope to get at level 45. I might switch this over. I might not. Yeah, I don't think mana is going to be a big deal. Alright, so just talked to Hagen Shieldbreaker. He's like, hey, go fight this guy. Why? I don't know. Probably like some stupid rite of passage stuff. Which, I mean, is fine in a compelling, main story questline, but I mean, in a side world, dude, I just want to get it over with. I don't care for Grizzleheim. Base Grizzleheim. I absolutely enjoy playing Winter Tusk at what is it, at a higher level, or at a level like 40, 45, whatever level it is, while all the enemies are basically level 60 level. It's kind of interesting to figure out, ooh, how am I going to get out of this one? Or how am I going to keep myself alive? Do I need to team up with people? I don't know. That's fun. This is, I blade up a couple times, hope not to get debuffed, and I'm guarantee you I'm not going to die until I get to like Jotun and all of the Grindel brothers. Like, that's a fun challenge. Alright, so we beat that guy, and now I'm talking to him. If I can't remember if I mentioned it before, but it's like, hey, prove you're a warrior. Go do this rite of passage thing. One thing I'd like to point out is if anybody gets upset about the fact that I said base Grizzleheim sucks, I'd just like to point out one small thing. Name any character from Grizzleheim who isn't the guy who gives spell quests, or the Raven dude, or maybe Bjorn Ironclaw and the King. Any other person in base Grizzleheim does not have any plot relevance in Winter Tusk. Just saying. Another little thing, random boss here. Not sure why. It is never explained in any relevance or quest, if I'm not mistaken. Just a random little boss. Yeah, story so far. He basically said, hey, we've got enemies, and they are the Boars. I should have packed a prism. So go defeat the Boars. I'm pretty sure the overall story of base Grizzleheim is, oh, all of our allies are starting to suddenly turning on us, and we need you to go fix shit. And then it's like, who's behind it? Oh, it's obviously the Covenant, or Coven, whatever they're called, a bunch of eagles. And then it's like, oh, but we got one eagle who will be able to help you. That's it. Like, none of the bears really matter. None of the lore in Grizzleheim particularly matters until they start talking about the frost giants and is it Ymir? Is that his name? Whoever the top frost giant dude is, the frost titan. If he's even the frost titan, I think he's just a frost giant. It's never really explained in great detail. All right, now we're fighting a boss after the last boss to free this bear, who apparently has value, but I don't know what it is. It won't be relevant in like 3 quests, so yeah. And we're back talking to this guy. He says go talk to some dude in the Dread Fort. I guess what happened here is all these bears made a homesteading, and they got their throats slit in the middle of the night. Like, I'm fairly certain that is the lore here, is they had a nice little steading here, and then they got murked by all these fucking Grindels. This is like dark and savage. So much for being top tier warriors, though, am I right? Also, I'm not sure why we needed to know that they all got yeeted at the end of the night, but apparently this ties into the fact that Grindels are assholes and we should kill them all. They all suck. I think the lore behind some of the Grindels is the first Grindel, after she bared children, decided, hey, I don't want any of you guys killing my children. Make a pact, and that will apparently give our children divine intervention, protagonist level protection against anything you guys do. And the bears were like, all right, cool. Wolves were like, all right, cool. And some other races as well. And then the spiders were like, nah, fuck you. And so eventually, you get to the point where we've got to go, oh, I can collect that both. That's awesome. Anyway, we get to the point where we basically get a dagger and coat it with spider poison and kill grindles, just slay them everywhere. That is also part of Grizzleheim's lore and story quest. And again, I just like to point out that with the whole Grindle subplot going on, none of that has any relevance to the main story after we kill the Grindles. Like, it's basically, oh, some Grindles are kind of being jerks and they're in our way. Kill them all. But also, we've got this whole thing to do with the Covenant, and that's more important than this really intricate lore about Grindles. It's weird. Bro, I just realized earlier, when I came to kill this guy, I was only supposed to kill the little storm dudes. I wasn't supposed to fight him. I think that's pretty funny, because now I've got to fight him again. Just wanted to chime in again. 3/4 of the way done. Hey there, guys. Welcome back. I'd just like to introduce you... Hey there, guys. Welcome back. I'd just like to introduce you to my friend, Pete. I'd just like to take this time to introduce you guys to my friend here. His name is Pete. Also, this is the area with them spiders who said, fuck the Grindles. We're not making any promises. And apparently they're the only thing in the Spiral or Grizzleheim that can harm a Grindle. Not really sure why that's relevant, but it is. Kind of. Not really. So I had to kill like 4 spiders, but I'd just like to point out the fact that King Zao was, for some reason, decided to bring crystal spiders into the mix of Grizzleheim when they've got like 4 or 5 different models for regular looking spiders. Kind of weird. Okay, so I just got to the point where I like made the dagger or the bane of Grindles, just killed a spider to use its guts as the poison on it or something. And now we have to go get it blessed by some spirits. This is the only time like a spirit shows up in Grizzleheim. A very odd choice. I feel like Grizzleheim was kind of like this afterthought of a world where they just kind of put shit together. Like, I've got to go talk to a whirlwind, a tree, and then a fire elemental. It's just weird, dude. So now we're at the point where we've gotten this dagger, and we've got it like poisoned by a spider and its being, and now we have the ability to kill Grindles, and it's been blessed by some spirits. Now we're just going on a rampage. We fight like 1, 2, 3 of these little Grindle, 2 or 3 of these little Grindle species, and then just a ton of other Grindles up until like the halfway point of, or the 75% mark, quest mark of Grizzleheim. And now, after killing all of these Grindles and just slaughtering them, we went up to that big old house over there, and it was locked through some diabolical magic or something. So now we have to go kill another Grindle and get the key? Totem? Whatever it's called. Hey, let's go! Final Fantasy X. Finally done. I can start that tomorrow. Alright, so, what is it? We killed some more Grindles, and now we have to go talk to Yor and Iron Claws, because something more important than the Grindles has popped up, even though there are still going to be some Grindles somewhere. Just kind of fucking around in the back. Hey there, guys. Welcome back to another Wizard 101 Myth Monstrology playthrough video. This is Godly Seafood, and today we're going to be continuing on with Grizzleheim. I'm just going to speed through it. I hate base Grizzleheim. I haven't played Wizards 101 in like 2 weeks almost, just because there wasn't really anything going on. Got to the end of Dragonspire, wanted to take a little bit of a break, and decided I wanted to just make some Final Fantasy X content, kind of play that game again. basically towards the end of there. And yeah, so as you can see, all of these guys are ready to harvest. So I'm just going to harvest them. Got backpack space for them, and we can go over what we get. A ton of XP though. I don't know how close I am to leveling up. I got a goose tree from one of those Ultra King Parsleys. That sucks. Dang it. Alright, so all my Ultra King Parsleys are gone. However, I've got 34 King Parsleys, and, you know, then this one, this one evil Magma Pea. Oh man, so I'm going to pause the video here, finish planting this, and then we'll get right into Grizzleheim. And we're back. Realized I actually didn't have the audio on. Went ahead and planted these. I didn't want to just do a giant square, so I did something to occupy my time. So far, with all of the reagents, I've got like 16 amber, which is probably all I'll ever need for this character, maybe, if depending on what spells I want to get. And that's just going to continue to grow. Always getting aquamarine. I think they dropped aether and what is that? Black pearl, stuff like that. Basically, we got 36 of these fuckers, and then one evil magma pea. Hopefully that'll grow whenever I get to Avalon, but for right now, we're good. So time to go talk to some dude. Actually, I think I have a port there. I do. Nice. Thank you, past godly seafood. So yeah, let's talk to this guy. His dialogue is off because this section of the game does not matter to me. Basically, I think the story so far is we're going on a little hero's journey in Grizzleheim. They need saving. We're proving ourselves, but also we're getting involved with whatever issues are happening right now. Apparently what's happening right now is, I guess, this entity called the Coven or whatnot has their hands all up in Grizzleheim's biz, and they just want it to stop, dude. They're tired. They just want to live and be free. And so I'm going to just add negative 10 points to my enemy's living privileges here. Alright, so they're dead. What is it? I got to get some berries now. What's it? Just kind of an update. I know last time I was actually looking into starting a job at some call center type place. Turns out it was a bunch of lead generation, which is not something I was particularly into. I thought I'd give it a try. I went through the training and everything, but just ultimately it wasn't for me, I guess you could say. But yeah, since then, got hired by a coffee company, worked there for 3 days, and they told me, hey, we don't really know that we want to go with you as an option. It's not that your work sucks, but also we're not going to go any further into detail. So they paid me under their table. It's all good. Kind of sad. I actually really enjoyed working there. It was interesting to see how coffee is dealt with by a coffee distributor at the very least. But anyway, so I gotta go talk to Hans and Franz and Dipshit McGee's 1 and 2. Where are they at? They're at the red one? What is it? I am actually like super... Oh man, I almost got pulled right there. What the fuck? Go around. I'm almost level 48, so if I get there, you know, doing the Orthrus quest, we can get that, and then my game, my playstyle won't change until I get to Darkmoor. Yeah, no, it's once you get a 7-pip AoE, what else would you use? Why would you use anything else? Like the only thing I would say I might do differently for a little while is have like a little 5-pip damage spell. I need to go back and get Ninja Pigs. But for the moment, it's fine. Everything's fine. I'm not crying inside. You're crying inside. So we talked to this dude, and he's like, hey, go and talk back to that dude. Okay. Also, check it out. We've got some little myth bears. I actually did not realize these were in the game. I'm pretty sure if I had a polar bear animus, I might be able to get these. Hold up, let me look this up. Wizard 101, what the hell? Wizard 101, Law Informer. I might as well kill them since I'm here. Oh wow. I guess you can't monstrology them. They count as bears, but they don't count as polar bears. That sucks. They do drop couch potatoes. I've actually gotten couch potato drops from these guys, so a little impromptu couch potato drop run here. We'll see how that goes. So I got through that fight. Didn't get anything. I got like one pyrite. That was about it. So yeah, right now, if I'm not mistaken, the story so far is, hey, go save, you're proving yourself to be a hero, go save our guys, but also there's like a little civil war going on with the bears and the wolves and the crows and whatnot. I actually now have to go defeat those myth bears, but basically this area is going to take us all the way to kind of a mid end area boss. His name is like Ivar Anderstedt or something like that. He's being controlled by the Ravens, just screwing stuff up, really. Kind of like the warlords in Mushu. He's just being a dick. That's it. There's nothing else to it. And then we start figuring out how we're going to prove our case by going to find some Eye of History or some shit. Alright, so we beat the Red Claw informant. Also, it was the Eye of Truth, or something like that I was talking about earlier. But yeah, so the Red Claw is this faction that is broken away from, the main Grizzleheim guys, Grizzleheim bears, and the Grizzleheim bears don't like that very much. Can't really secede from the Union. It's just never been done before. So they're fucking shit up, raiding people and whatnot, and so now we, as the hero, get to go and clean up their mess. So what is it? We're just talking to informants and, beating down some other bears and whatnot. Pretty soon we should be getting to the next dungeon. I think I have to fight like one or two bosses before then. But yeah, no, it's just a lot of back and forth talking. Like I said earlier, I'm not gonna go through the quest entirely. Also, where is it at? I think this guy right here I'm gonna start leveling up. I'm trying to get a pet with like unicorn. Maybe not necessarily Maycast Towers or Maycast Legion Shield, but I definitely want something with Ward Wrecker. This one got Energizing Battery, so it kind of failed. I don't need that at the moment. And just a whole bunch of like, interference spells that interferes with my enemy's ability to do damage. So now, what is it? I think we don't get the Eye of Truth before we fight the bears, do we? I guess maybe we do. I don't actually know. Hold up. I thought we fought the bears and then got that, but this is some little Grendel shaman. He's a cool dude, and I guess depending on how this goes, we're either going to be utilizing his consulting him and trying to figure out how to take out the Red Claw faction or something. I have no fucking clue. We're gonna go talk to him again. There's probably some important exposition here, but I mean, Grizzleheim is not a main world, and I don't really care for it. I would be interested in Winter Tusk, which we'll get to eventually. Talk to this dude. Just pass. We gotta defeat trees and get geyser water. I might as well do a little bit of monstrology while I'm here. Where are the geysers? Here's one. Ooh, cattail, nice. Oh, we only needed like one of these? Okay. I thought we had to get like 3 geysers. Alright, now we're fighting a troll. I wish there was troll animus. Trolls look kind of cool. I'd love to have one walking around my house. Oh, nice. He's not even myth. That's great. I wasn't looking. I didn't pack a convert. That was not about to be a fun fight if he were myth. And I got debuffed. That sucks. Let's see. Probably do 2 blades into a frog, into a second frog, or into an earthquake. Really depends. Perfect. Or earthquake into a frog. I probably shouldn't have recorded this part. I don't know why I did. Oh well. Battle will be over soon. Oh, it's going to be over now. Perfect. Kind of glad I didn't go with the frog. I would have done less damage. Thunder Snake. Wow. It's interesting. 2 universal resist on like level 15 ice boots. Nifty. But anyway, so I think this dude has a consultant fee of get geyser water, beat up trees, and beat up trolls. Just disturb the wildlife in general. And what is it? Now we go for the Eye of Truth. Okay, so it's looking like the story is, at least in this area, find out what's going on, get the Eye of Truth, and figure out why so-and-so decided, why Ivar Anderstead decided to be a dick. And ruin everything, which we'll eventually learn he's being controlled by the Coven, but we're not supposed to know that yet. Alright, so this guy is basically dead. So we're going to grab the Eye of Truth, and then we should be going to the last dungeon in this area. And then that'll be like the half point of base Grizzleheim. Or the halfway point of base Grizzleheim. So it's like, touch these things for no reason. There's no rhyme or reason to whichever one you touch, I think. It doesn't even tell us what the runes are for. But, yeah, we get this, and we fit it in our backpack. And let's talk to Axe Body Spray over here. Basically, now we're in the last little stretch of the second half. We go to some dude, and we find a way to get to Ivar Anderstead, the leader of the opposing Red Claw faction. Let's see. Talk to him. Done, and now we... What? I'm so confused. What is this? Worthy to enter Frostholm? What? Is that the dungeon? Oh, I guess it is. So yeah. Let's go here. Well then, who's Ivar Anderstead? They were talking about him. They were talking him up like he's a OP villain in an anime. What the hell? This is definitely the dungeon, right? No, it's not. Why did... What? Who cares if this is Frostholm? This is just some random-ass bear. That makes no sense to me. Alright, so we beat that guy. I don't know why they're going out of their way to make this seem like it's some significant dungeon. It wasn't. I feel like the devs intended on having him be like the main bad guy for the Ivar Anderstead dungeon, but then just decided not to. I have no fucking clue why they did that. It doesn't make any sense. That character was not important at all. Like, I think we just killed him, took his weapons, and he's like, oh, yeah, it's a fine sword, just like that guy you just killed. This is supposed to be... This is Frostholm. That guy was acting like he was already in Frostholm. The devs definitely messed up something there with the whole storytelling aspect. But anyway, this dungeon, super easy. It's like 3 bosses, or 1, 2, yeah, 4 bosses. So 4 boss fights, super easy. We're infiltrating this place, you know, Trojan horse style. We give them a gift to get inside, reach our contact, figure out what we need to do, and we try and dismantle their whole thing with our espionage skills. Seriously, like, this Red Claw faction split from the main group of Grizzleheim, and the main group in Grizzleheim was like, you know what, fuck these guys, go ruin them, you know, go basically destroy their whole their whole deal that they've got going on. So I don't actually know what school he's going to be. He's Storm? Okay. In that case, I can get rid of those. I'll put in like a second Pierce. And I might as well, you know, record the dungeon fights or something. Nah, I'll pause and unpause it at the end. Alright, yeah, he's dead. Now we move on to the next relationship we're going to break. So we destroy the weapons, and then we just go back. If I'm not mistaken, they were needing weapons for their campaign against the main Grizzleheim forces, and we just destroyed those. There's apparently like 4 battle axes. And now they're going to go ask us to... what? Talk to the boars and see if the boars will fight for them. Surprise, surprise. We're going to go kill the boars so that they never make it to the fight. So let's see. He's over here. I think he's a myth boss. Yeah, he's a myth boss. So get some pierce. Either that or fire. And we basically told him he's a smelly doo-doo head, and now he's upset. Alright, so we killed the pig, and the pig forces, boar forces, boars, pigs, whatever they're called, they're not showing up. So yeah. So now we're going to go tell them that, we're going to go tell them the boars weren't interested, and he's just completely oblivious. This guy is supposed to be like a general or something for Ivar Anderstead, and he's just like, oh, we're having all this bad luck? Okay. That sucks, but we'll figure it out, I guess. Now we're going to go interrogate some prisoners, and what I mean by that is, we're going to go over there and free the prisoners, and then kill the warden. I feel like we should have killed the warden and then freed the prisoners. It would have made a lot of sense, because these prisoners could still be caught by these guys. Like, this is... like, those guys are clearly watching me just do this. And then he's like, hey, what the fuck are you doing? And then he gets the memo, oh, maybe these guys aren't our friends. And this guy, he's just slow to the fight. That's fine. So yeah, I'm gonna beat him and unpause. And that is another, what are these guys called? Another Red Claw down. Red Claws right there. Check that out. So yeah, now we get to go report our success to the spy, and he's like, hey, you might want to watch out, he's getting on to you. But we go talk to this guy anyway, thinking that we slick and we can do one more thing, and then he's like, you there, I've heard some troubling news. I'm going to kill you because it's apparently not worth having me be a complete ignorant fool for the entire episode, for the entire dungeon. Just the majority of it. But yeah, I just would like to point out the fact that this guy who is he just stopped. He does not want to join the fight. He knows what's about to happen. But anyway, this guy right here, he's like a general. He is like a main guy in this fort. He's responsible for making sure everything runs smoothly. He let some new recruit-ass looking motherfucker come in here and do diplomatic shit and talk to prisoners and do all of this important stuff. Rather than just being like, no, we're going to hand that off to somebody else. You can go and collect some firewood or something. Or go hunt us a deer so we can eat. This doesn't make any sense. Like, you don't have the commander of an army just completely and utterly let some random new untrustworthy individual join your ranks and start doing stuff for you. That's how you lose Warfare 101. And nice, I'm getting a pet heal. But anyway, after we fight this guy, we're going to go to Ivar Anderstead and we'll see what happens there. Alright, so we killed dude. And now we're going to go talk to Ivar Anderstead. This guy has been getting hyped up since the very fucking beginning of Grizzleheim. But yeah, it's supposed to be this like whole thing where he is the one who started this Red Claw rebellion type thing. And damn, does he have a nice house with a giant-ass battle circle in here. That's cool. Okay, so we won. And I guess now we get to find out that he's being controlled by the Coven. It doesn't matter, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it really didn't matter. But anyway, that was this whole area of Grizzleheim, is just figuring out why the Red Claws are being dicks, and yeah, that's about it. And so now we get to talk to this dude, leave this area, and we're never coming back, because unless you're a life wizard, I don't think you ever really have to come back to this area. Because I think the originally level 60, yeah, level 68, but now level 58, or sorry, originally the level 58 quest for Forest Lord, which is now the level 48 quest for Forest Lord, is still in there. And the enemies still do crit damage, by the way. Like, they still trap, debuff, do extra damage, cheat, and stuff like that for life. They didn't change the quest at all. They just changed the level requirement and when you get it. The notification when you get it, really. But now we go talk to Bjorn Ironclaws, and he's like, hey, that's great to hear, but also there's an issue with the wolves or something. So now we get to go deal with the wolves in Merkholm Keep. And I don't really know what their deal is. It's basically deal with this enemy faction, get back to me. So yeah, I'm gonna do that and hopefully get this over with soon. What is this? Moonstrider Scouts. Easy. Alright, so I got this little quest notification here. Oh. I got this little quest notification here. He's basically like, hey, I've got an offer you can't refuse. Come see me in Old Town. This is the start to the Grizzleheim card quests. So in Grizzleheim, after you hit a certain area, which is Merkholm Keep, you start getting the ability to get, what is it? Card quests. I think it's level locked and area locked, but once you get there, I think we're gonna get Shatter, maybe. Which is interesting. Apparently, this is also where you start getting spells like Legion Shield and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure, and Feeble, all of the like the really good spells. I want to see what this guy has. Sky Iron Hosta. It's not bad. Oh wow, he. I mean, 2 damage for an additional 3 pierce is a fair trade in my opinion. Because 3 pierce can allow you to do more than 3% additional damage. But anyway, I don't know. So let's talk to this guy. He's like... Actually, I'm going to end this part of the video and start up a new one. Alright, and I'm back. Went to go do that quest real quick. I'm just going to tag it along to the Orthrus spell quest whenever I get there. I actually got 2,700 XP, so I'm only like 3 something, like 3,200. Yeah, 3,200 quests away. We got some Life Colossus right here. Might as well do that. We got Shatter, by the way. So yeah, we've got that if we need it. I don't need most of these cards. And I do need Colossus. There it is. Alright, so we killed those Colossus, and we're taking their body parts to be used as cannonballs, as weapons of war. That's awesome. Imagine you died and your body gets used as a weapon. Very interesting direction they went with there. But anyway, so we talked to this dude. He tells us something not important, and we go and check out the Wolf Fortress. So the thing with the wolves is they're also rebelling, I guess, or they're just natural enemies. I don't really know. It's not important. It's just, hey, look at that area. Even though there's a way to get around it, which is the Merkholm tunnels that way, we're not gonna do that just yet. So now we get to fight wolves. All right, and now talk to this guy again. We killed the wolves who were protecting their territory, their property, you know, as one does. And then we go talk to a wolf who has betrayed the other wolves who are bad, I guess. And now we just do a whole bunch of convoluted stuff, like go talk to this one dude and get a worm out of a stump or something. I know that happens at some point. Let's see. He's over here somewhere. I don't know, I guess he was fighting, and he's just like a skinny wolf scout. Sure, why not? What is he saying? Oh, he's wounded. Okay, so we need to wound 3 other people and then take their medical supplies that they were going to use on their comrades. Easy. All right, so apparently went to go save that one wolf, get him med packs and whatnot, and sadly he ended up dying. So nothing we can do. Absolutely canonically dead. There's no reason bothering to go and bury his corpse or anything. We'll just leave him there. And then we went. The bigger wolf gave us a quest to go slay these other two wolves. And I'm not just saying this all right here and now because I forgot to unpause. That has nothing to do with it. And now we're fighting another wolf for some reason. And now that we've killed those two wolves, we're going to talk to this guy. He's going to tell us we did a good job and to go commit more murder, or I don't actually know what he's asking us to do. Oh, we got to talk to some of these guys. We've got to find their scouts that are lost in the Merkholm tunnels. So let's go do that. Here's one of them, I think. Maybe? Yep. Perfect. And now we go and find the other two. Yeah, these guys are like right next to the exit of the tunnel. The only one who gets a pass on this is the one that's like 200 distance away. Is that feet or meters? Doesn't say. But paces? Pesos? I don't know. And then he obviously brings us to like this guy. And there's a teleporter there, which is cool. Although they're all unlocked, so teleporters really don't have any value in discovering them. And we could talk to this guy again, and then he's like, oh, hey, by the way, go fight some other guy and get a key to the armory. Okay, well, looks like we're about to go commit more murder and potentially theft. Okay, I remember this part now. It's just this random boss out here in the middle of nowhere. I thought that I thought this came up way later, but apparently not. This is technically the armory. You can even see the armory rack over there that we're going to go destroy. Right, so he's dead. We stole his key. And apparently we needed a key for this. Gather the weapons from the armory. That was their armory. They've got like at least 30, 40, 50 different wolves patrolling this entire map. And they had 4 weapons. They didn't even bother to like put it in a storeroom like this. These guys deserve to get shit on. So then we talk to this dude. He's going to tell us something or other about a Grindel who can help us, maybe. Not really, but we're going to assume that he can. And yeah, this is probably one of the best places to farm Frostflower. You can already see 2 of them spawning right there. I've seen people popping in and out of realm hopping to get all this stuff. Also, I don't know why, but at some point they added a Grandmother Raven statue. Like, this was not in the vanilla game, I don't believe. But it's here now. I'm not going to go get it, but it'll be there if I ever want it. And yeah, we talked to him. I'm so close to leveling up. Ooh, we get to fight some banshees. Some ice banshees. I'm going to need some of that and get back to it after. Alright, and we're back. Fought those banshees, got the aloe. That was right next to that one dead wolf who... I'm not going to show that on camera. Nobody wants to see that, but he's definitely canonically dead, 100%. So now we're going to talk to him, and then he's going to be like, hey, go get me a spear for some reason. So we're going to go harass some of the locals, murder them, steal their stuff, and, pawn it off. And it'll be nice and grand. And this, lady and gentlemen, is going to be our unwilling victim. Also, I'm like... less than 1,000 experience away, so I should be getting the Orthrus quest pretty soon. Alright, so that innocent wolf defending his home was no match for our burglary, murder, and theft and espionage skills. So now, we're gonna go talk to this guy after I collect all of these reagents, because hot damn are there so many. And we're going to talk to this guy, and he's going to be like, hey, thanks, but also, I'm not your friend. So here, we have the ability to get Orthrus, so I'm going to stop here and continue on afterwards.